Okay, so today's video for 3.2 part 2 is about the story problems. We're just going to set them up. So, reading the problem, you got to understand what is going on. First and foremost, Kala can spend on hot dogs and buns for a cookout is $35 at the most. So that's really important information. 35. So anything with money will go in that inequality. A package of hot dogs costs $3.50. There's some money. A package of buns costs $2.50 and contains 8 buns. She needs to buy at least 40 hot dogs and 40 buns. So to start the money equation, at the most she can spend $35, and she's going to buy hot dogs and buns. Now I'm going to identify or state which variable is going to go with hot dogs and buns, because I'm not just going to use it as HB. So I'm going to let hot dogs equal X, and I'm going to let buns equal Y. So $3.50 for a package of hot dogs. So 3.50x plus 2.50y gets me the total cost of hot dog buns plus the cost of the hot dogs that I can't go over $35. The next criteria is she needs to buy at least 40 hot dogs and 40 buns. So she can't go less than that. So that's 2 equations where I need to have more than 40. Okay. Now, packages of hot dog buns come in 10. So if I buy 1 package of hot dog buns, that would be 10. If I buy 2, it'd be 20. So if I have 10 times x, x would correlate to this equation. So if I buy 1 hot dog package, it's $3.50, but I also get 10 hot dogs. If I buy 2, it'd be $7, and then I would get this answer. For this one here, it's 8, so 8y. So we're just setting up the equations and everything else. That's all I want to do for this problem. Just make sure that you identify your variable or use the variables that are related to the words of what they are buying. Okay. The second example I want to go over for setting up story problems today is the total numbers of workers. So the total numbers working per day available for production on skateboard factory is 85 hours. There are 40 hours available for finishing decks and control each day. The table shows the number of hours needed in each department for 2 different types of skateboards. So with this, what we're going to do is we're going to work through it. We got pro boards. We got some, let me see here, specialty boards. And we got 1.5 hours versus 2.5 hours, or excuse me, 1.5 hours versus 1 hour, $2 hours versus 0.5 hours. So with that, we're going to set up an equation. So inequalities represent the situation. So the first thing is the situation. So the situation is mainly we're just going to set up the word problems. So we have to look at what is going on. So let me just get here and get my highlighters ready. I apologize for the wait. Okay, so here's what we got going on. So the first thing we have is we have 1.5 hours and 1 hour for production time. Production time is the time it takes each day to work, and that's going to be the 85 hours. So production is 85 hours. So specialty boards, pro boards, I'm going to define pro boards as X, and I'm going to define specialty boards as Y. So I have 1.5x plus 1 times Y is less than or equal to 85 hours. And then the deck finishing quality control hours has a production time for 40 hours, or the finishing quality control for that. So that would be 2x plus 0.5y is less than or equal to 40 hours. Now we are working, so the least amount of hours that we can work are 0 hours, so I have to define that I have to have x is greater than or equal to 0, because I can't have 0 hours or 0 pro boards, and y can't be less than 0. So essentially what I'm saying is everything has to be in quadrant 1. So from here, when you do this, that's that set of inequalities, you would graph those four, shade them, and say what the region is. Yes, you would have to graph on the y-axis, so you would have stating the y-axis. We're not going to graph. We're not going to list the coordinates. What we're going to do now is we're going to talk about the profit equation. So a profit board is $50, so $50 times every profit plus $65, or pro board, excuse me, plus $65 for every specialty board equals your cost. Okay? Homework-wise, day 2 is going to be a worksheet. It is online, so you'll need to work off that. You can print it off, or you may just work on the problems and add them to a graph sheet of paper, and then you just have to write equations. That's the story problem, setting things up. It doesn't take much time. If you have more questions, please see me or message me.